Hello guys, Akshay GH here, and today we're going to take a look at how you can retrieve posts from a single user. So in this part, what we are actually going to do on the main activity where we retrieve each and every post, what we actually want to do is we should get the post from just the user who have logged in. Now it's not necessary for you guys to uh, have it on the main activity. What you can do instead is create a profile page, and there you can retrieve the post of the user, and on the main activity you just do it from all users. Now as I said, this depends on you, what kind of app you are making, but we are going to modify the code on the main activity so we don't have to write down the code again for the profile activity. So I'm going to launch my visor, and once it's connected I'll show you how to do. So you can see that I have two posts over here. One is posted by Akshay JH and another one by AKSJH. And now these are both different users. So right now I'm logged in with this ID and I want to retrieve only the post by this user. So what we can actually do, I'm going to go to my main activity, and there is, yep, here you can see that we are using the M database reference in our Firebase recycler adapter. Now what you can do instead of this one, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create another reference over here. So I'm going to call it private database reference. All right, and this is going to be M database current user. So we are going to only retrieve from the current user. Now I'm going to open up the docs so you guys can get it clearly. Then I'm going to do is M database current user, and this is going to be equal to Firebase Firebase database dot get instance get reference dot child. This is going to be the blog. Now we are redirecting it to the same page, same URL or same object, the blog, but we are going to change it just right now. So I'm going to go to get started guide for Android, and we have real-time database. Inside that I'm going to go to the retrieve data. All right, so here if you go down a little bit, you may see that we have a few more things there. Here you can see that order by child or key or by value. So I'm going to use the order by child to sort out the data just from a single user instead of multiple user. So right now our reference is set for this blog object over here, and what we actually want to do, we want to get the post from user who have the ID of current user. All right, so for that we need to retrieve the current user ID, and I guess we have that. Let me just check to make sure. All right, so you don't I'm actually confused in this code because I haven't worked on this app from a while, and this code is confusing me a little bit, but that's okay. We have our mauth setup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a variable, and this is going to be a string current user ID. All right, so I'm going to say mauth dot get current user dot get uid. All right, so this returns us the user ID of current user. So after the child blog, I'm going to add order by child. Now the child is going to be we want to order it by the UID, so it's going to check inside the blog for the UID child and throughout all the objects, and then it's going to return us the results. So I'm going to say order by child, and the child name is UID. Now we want to not just order by child, we want to check for a specific value. So what you can do instead, go down there. Here you can see that we have something called equal to, which returns the item equal to the specified key or value depending on order by method. So for this one you need to make sure that you include order by either by the child or key or a value. So we're going to use equal to dot equal to, and this is going to have the current user ID. So we're going to search for the current user ID to make sure to return the blog post from the current user. Now what you can actually see that we are getting an error. That means because this we are not running a query, we are creating a database reference. So for fixing this error, you can see that we need to post a query. This is actually for the web. I'm going to go to the Android. Let's go down and see for the query how they have done it, and then we're going to use the query instead of okay. So here you can see that you just use database reference and you create a query. So what you can do right here, I'm going to just cut the code right after this one. All right, cut it. Then I'm going to say let's create a query over here. So right after that, private query, and this is going to be m query current user. All right, then I'm gonna come right after our m current user block, and I'm gonna type in m query current user, and this is going to be equal to m database current user. So we have our reference. After that, we type in order by child and equal to, and then we finish up with the semicolon. So we have our command setup right here. Now what we need to do last is we need to change from m database to m query current user. All right, so once it's done, I'm going to run the app now, and let's see what changes we got to our app. So let it run. Now, as I said, you don't need to do it for the main activity. You can create a profile page for a user, or maybe if you want to get for a specific user, you can put extra for your profile page or something like that. So you get the post from just one user. All right, so there it is. We got a post from just one user, no other post. So that's how you work with the equal to and order by child queries. So I guess I hope you guys have understand this correctly, and you can use if you want to create a search function, it's actually pretty easy to do it with order by child and equal to, sorry, not equal to, but you can use the start at to create a search function. You can try it by yourself, Google it or find some code, and if you guys are having trouble, that's okay, because I'll be back with new tutorial where you will be able to create a search function for some specific string in your database. So that was it for this tutorial, and I'm going to pause it for today because I'll be recording new tutorials for Firebase Web Basics after this one, and maybe tomorrow we can come back to Android. So see you guys till then.